Good afternoon and welcome to the show Cooking with Mike. I'm your host Mike Rizzo, and today I'm going to show you how to make fancy fruit wedge jelly shots, a great little party food snack. Quick, easy, and simple to make. That'll impress the guests at any party. So let me show you what we have to use to make this. And the first thing here is you need 2 cups of hot water, 1 cup of cold water, some gelatin mix, and some sugar here as well. And next, of course, you can't forget the main ingredient, which are your oranges. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually cut the orange, and you do want to cut away from this part of the orange because if you do that, it could cause some problems when we cut it in half. So we want to cut perpendicular to that. So when we cut, we're just going to cut directly in half like so. You cut straight through, all the way down through to the other end like that. Okay, so once it's done, you take 1/2. Okay, just put it to the side for right now. And what we can do with this is actually we're going to squeeze it out just slightly so we can make it easier to gut out all the insides. So we're going to actually squeeze all the juice out like this. Okay, and you want to be careful not to ruin or break the outerlying shell of the orange. So as we gut it out, we're going to just cut it out just like this. You can actually save it for later, bring some over for some orange juice later if you want to save that on the inside like so as we cut it out. Okay, sometimes it might be a little hard to do, so don't be afraid to use the knife if you need to use the knife to gut it out. Okay, like this right here. Okay, so now you see as we gut out most of the inside, we just dump that right onto the side right here. And sometimes you might just need to use your hands to grab that to get that little bit out if you can't get it out all with the spoon. Okay, so now that we have your shell cut out right here, the next step that we're going to make is actually going to be our gelatin mix. And the first step that we're going to do is we're going to actually take our hot water and be very careful because it is very hot. And we're going to pour that hot water into a mixing bowl like so. And as we pour that mixing water in there, we're actually also going to take our gelatin mix, and you can actually find this at any grocery store. And you're going to take maybe a couple of spoonfuls of that, mix that in right here. Okay, and also you're going to add some sugar to that as well. Okay, so maybe a spoonful of sugar, help the medicine go down. No, as Mary Poppins always says, right? So we're going to mix that, make sure it's well dissolved into a solution here, and we'll actually use that for our filling of these nice orange jelly shots. Right here it seems like I'm using cherry. You could use any flavor that you like, from grape to orange to lime, and it'll add a nice flavor along with the orange zest that's there when you cut this orange out here. So once it's dissolved, you could actually take cold water. We're going to mix in that 1 cup of cold water in there as well, just like that. And this should be enough to make several of them, whether it be 2 platters full or 1 platter full of it. So, okay. So once we have our mix right here, okay, we're actually going to take that orange and we'll place it in a cupcake tray. Once we have it in that cupcake tray right there, we're actually going to spoonful some of the gelatin mix and fill it into the orange right here. Now, you don't have to fill it up all the way to the top. You do want to leave some space because when you do put it in the refrigerator, it will expand. So just like so right here, okay? And once that's done, we'll move this over to the side and we'll actually place this in the fridge. You leave it there overnight. Generally, overnight, it would allow it to harden and expand and whatnot. And when it's done, it'll come out of the fridge just like this. And so what we do is we actually could take it out of the tray. It should be nice and hard. And we're actually going to cut this in half. So we'll turn this upside down. We'll take the knife, and I'm actually going to cut it right here, straight down the middle, as you can see here. Be very careful not to get rid of the gelatin that's stuck inside. This could be 1 serving. You can actually cut this in half as well and make 4 servings out of this 1/2. And when you're completely done with that, you can push it over or put it on a plate, make it nice and presentable for your party guests, and here you are. And this is what your platter will look like. So you could add those 2 right there. Great party favors for your guests, and of course biodegradable as well, an alternative from using plastic cups. That's all the time that we have today, though, and I hope you enjoy this fancy fruit wedge jelly shots. Once again, I'm your host, Mike Rizzo, and thank you for tuning in with Cooking with Mike. See you next time.